Hello student. Today we are going to start the new topic, and that is multiplication and economic importance of viruses. In last few lecture we have started the topic viruses, and today we are going to concentrate on the multiplication and economic importance of viruses. Now as we know that viruses are the a cellular organism, or we can say a cellular particle, and it will become activated when it will get the particular type of host. So they are small obligate intracellular parasite, and it is known as virion or virion, complete virus particle, nucleic acid, protein coat which may be surrounded by an envelope. Now it is the form in which the virus move between cell or host, and that we can say that it is having a particular type of genome, and that genome we called it as a viral genome. Either RNA or DNA are present as a genome in the viruses. Now they propagate with the help of different types of mechanism, and they require different types of machinery which is utilized from the host. So host is most important requirement for the multiplication of the viruses. Now here the simple structure of virus is given, which we have discussed in last lecture. That is, nucleic acid is present in a virus. It may be a DNA or RNA. This nucleic acid is having the surrounding of capsid, and this is known as nucleocapsid. To this particular nucleocapsid there is another type of surrounding, that is having the envelope of protein, and membrane protein is also present, but this part is not very common. We can say that nucleic acid and capsid along with envelope is the most basic structure of viruses, which is present in almost all the viruses. Now here you can see the structure of bacteriophages are given. Bacteriophages are the viruses which cause infection to the bacteria. So the head portion is given on the top. In head portion there will be a presence of DNA, or the nucleic acid or the genetic material of viruses is present, which is having again the neck portion which joins this head to the lower part, that we called it as a tail, or tail sheath is there, and to below that particular you can see the rod shaped structures are there, and this particular rod shaped structure is having the help to these particular viruses to attach to the bacteria. So this is nothing but the basic structure of viruses that we call bacteriophages. Now moving to the virus multiplication cycle, what is basic requirement in this? Viruses multiply only in a living cell or in a host, so they require host. Viruses take energy and machinery for synthesis of viral protein and nucleic acid from the host cell. So the viral genome must be able to produce mRNA. So these are nothing but the basic requirement. Now moving to the next, that is steps in viral replication. The first and most important step in a viral replication is attachment and adsorption. Attachment of viruses to the host is most important step. After getting attachment, these viruses get penetrate to the inside of the host cell. Then the uncoating of the nuclear material will takes place, and then the mRNA synthesis will takes place, and the viral proteins which is required for the different processes is also produced. The next most important step is viral genome replication. So the genome replication will takes place, and then the viral mRNA synthesis will takes place, then again protein synthesis will takes place, and the assembly of all this synthesized material, and the last step is the release of these viruses from the host cell. This is nothing but the steps in a viral replication. Here again you can see the different flow chart of the replication or the multiplication of the viruses. First, the attachment of the or addition of the viruses to the host cell is most important part. Then penetration. So the viruses get entry to the inside to the cell. After penetration, they will remove their coats, and the DNA material or RNA material will get free in the host cell. Then this free nuclear material will starts to produce the different requirements, that is protein, then enzymes. All these requirements are produced by the nuclear material, and after that particular part, the uh, assembly of the viral parts will takes place, and again it will produce a number of viruses inside the host cell, and this will burst the host cell, and again the viruses comes towards the outer side. So this is nothing but a detailed process which takes place in the viral uh, multiplication. So you can take down this particular diagram. Now after that we will move towards the next point, that is the economic importance of viruses. There will be two different types of economical importance of these viruses. One we call harmful and beneficial role of or economic importance of the viruses. Actually no virus directly involved in human welfare, but then also we can utilize that particular viruses for the welfare of the human beings, and that's why we can say the beneficial economic importance are also there, as it is having the harmful. In most cases scientists use them as a beneficiary agent in different fields. For example, in agriculture the scientists work on these particular viruses, and they will produce new types of the varieties. So that is also one of the economic importance. Now first of all we can discuss the harmful effect of the viruses, because nowadays we know that the virus is a single virus which causing a large number of infections towards the human being, and it is very common nowadays. A vast number of viruses cause human and animal diseases, and beside that vast number of viruses cause plant diseases also, not only to the animal but also they cause the infection towards the plants. Here is the table which gives a clear cut idea about the some of the common viral infections which is caused in man, not only man, which is caused in cow or animal, in plants, and all the different types of material they will show on this particular table. Now moving to the next, that is the poultry birds are also severely infected by the viruses. The avian influenza that we call H5N1 produce bird flu in the poultry sector, and that is having the harmful economic importance. Then the different infection which is caused in silkworm, and it will also causes the losses in the silk production. So that is also one of the major example of the viral diseases having the harmful effects. Beside these, bacteriophages attack the nitrogen fixing bacteria of the soil and are responsible for reducing the fertility of the soil. So viruses are also used in biological warfare, and as a weapon they are used in different countries. Now moving to the next, that is beneficial effects of the viruses. As we have known that the harmful effect is more, but then also some beneficial importance or beneficial effect is also there. Say for example, industrial uses of virus is very common, and as we are using these viruses in industry, we are getting definitely the plus point of that particular viruses. Viruses are used in preparation of sera or serum vaccines to be used against disease like rabies, polio, hepatitis, papillom virus, etc. are there. So these are very common type of vaccines which is produced with the help of viruses. So viruses plays an important role in the production of vaccines. The multiplication of viruses in bacterial cell is also utilized in the production of antibiotics, or sorry, antibodies. So antibodies are also present or produced by the help of viruses. Viruses are also used in biological studies. So these are nothing but the common economical importance that includes harmful and beneficial both. So watch this video 2 times, take down the notes related to the multiplication of viruses, and also take down the notes related to the economic importance of the viruses.